It's time to talk about genetics. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Everyone turn it around, cause it's not too late. It's never too late. Check this out. First of all, take a look. Beautiful, incredible. Look, this is a perfect shed. The tip of the tail is intact. The eyeballs are they all came off. This whole thing, this is completely intact. I'm so impressed. This is Ruffles. She's never had a fully intact shed before, but she did this time. Incredible, very happy. That means keeping the humidity where it is really, really helpful. I'm glad that we figured out, oh, the top layer is the only thing that ever gets wet, so we gotta really stir that thing up and really make sure it's keeping the humidity all day long. I did notice that our babies over here, they do like to topple those deli cups over. I got some new ones, but I think they're a little bit wider at the base. They're still probably gonna be a problem, but we'll just throw them out and replace them now until I find I think there's like a 3 or 4 inch diameter base that we could throw on there. I don't know, we're gonna find out. But when it comes to genetics, real quick though, I'm gonna try to do this without looking anything up. So this is all 9th grade biology that I'm throwing at you. So if you already know what I'm talking about, well, this is gonna be completely useless. Shout out Mr. Brocky and Dr. Lee too for teaching me this stuff. And you know what? Shout out Miss Lewis too, because they all wanted me to try hard at anything. And I guess this is what I chose. All right, so when it comes to genetics, you've got 3 main types of genes that are gonna be passed on. You've got dominant, recessive, then you have incomplete dominant, which is where things get really weird. But when we're looking at dominant genes, I'm gonna show you a Punnett square, okay? You guys remember Punnett squares? It's like 4 square, but like way less fun. All right, check it out. Actually, probably I should, okay, either way. Okay, so mom here, dad here, everything is dominant. Okay, this actually is a terrible example. I need to throw in a recessive. Okay, so when it comes to dominant genes, anytime you see the dominant gene, it's gonna be expressed. That means that you only really need one parent to have that gene in order to pass it on, in order to actually have that gene be what is passed on. When it comes to ball pythons, there's only a few of them. I don't have any. Spider is a good dominant gene. That's really all I can think of. I just work here, man. When it comes to recessive, you need 2 genes, one from each parent at least, in order to move it on. That Punnett square looks a lot like this. This one obviously is the dominant gene. We've got the recessive carriers, and then we have the visual, okay? This is the only one that's gonna come out as a visual once you have this pairing, okay? That's a 25% chance per offspring that you're gonna come out with a visual recessive if you pair 2 non-visual recessives together. Show you something else. Okay, so now we have recessive carrier, visual, visual. Okay, now here's where things get interesting. If you have a visual, okay, then you know it's obviously recessive. When that baby comes out non-visual, it is 100% gonna be a carrier. That's how the math works, all right, for that gene. Now, if we go back to dad is a carrier as well. So now we have a 25% chance that you're gonna be visual, but of the non-visual options, actually it's a 66% chance that it's gonna be a carrier, because what you're looking at is you have these 3 here, because this is, we would know, because it'd be visual, it'd show. There's 3 options left. It's 2/3, so it's 66% chance that it is a carrier or it is not a carrier. You'll have no idea until you breed it out. It's a good chance, but it's not an awesome chance. Yeah, so you got 3 options left, 66% chance. I hope that makes sense. All right, so when it comes to incomplete dominant genes, this is where things get tricky, right? Because if mom is an incomplete dominant, say she's a yellow belly, right? Let's say dad also has it. And let's call it pastel. Incomplete dominant looks like this, okay? It's superscripted. And because of that, I don't know why, okay? like I said, I just work here. Okay, superscripted pastel. Let's slow it down. You've got visual. It's carrying the gene, so it's going to be appearing, okay? There is a 25% chance that it doesn't get passed on. It's incomplete. Sometimes it's only on half the gene, I guess. Because of that, there's a 25% chance that it's not passed on. So it's not going to be in every offspring. I mean, unless you're really lucky. But then you have one version of the gene, okay? And I'll show you a picture of what a pastel looks like, okay? So that would be what a normal pastel ball python looks like. And then here, you've got two versions of the incomplete dominant gene. Because of that, this one actually is going to be a super version of it. So this is actually going to be a super pastel, which is what Ruffles is. So for some reason, this makes sense. It is what it is, but it actually, like, for some reason, why does it behave that way? I couldn't tell you. So now that I showed you that, when it comes to multiple genes, what you're going to do is create a Punnett square for each gene and then multiply that by the number of outcomes dedicated because of the number of genes. So if it's a 2-gene animal, you now have 16 options for how that animal is going to, how that offspring is going to appear, just because you have the 2. At that step, literally from you've got number 1 having 1 gene to number 2 having 2 genes, I completely forget about Punnett squares and we go into Morph Market and we pull up a calculator, because who has time when you have a calculator? Actually, everybody has way more time when you have a calculator. So we put it in here, ball pythons. So I want to do the math. My 2 pairings, we're going to be Ruffles and Gumbo and Cupcake and Gumbo. Okay? Ruffles is a super pastel. So here under parent 1, super pastel. Gumbo is a clown, visual clown, het pied, 100% het pied. He is definitely, one of his parents was a visual. And in Morph Market, you have to call it piebald, because that's what it's really called. They're babies together. This is what it comes out to. I don't know if you can read it. I don't know what it says is a pastel het clown, 50% het pied, which is accurate if you go through the steps. I'll show you. Their babies will not be very valuable, but they should be pretty, you know. They'll just be pastel. I'm going to show you this because this is crazy. This is not a normal pastel. That's crazy. That's really, really bright. Here is most likely what we'll end up doing, okay? Most likely, we're going to try to give these away pretty quickly. If your snakes don't have pastel in them, it's kind of a miracle. If you only have pastel in them, they're really great pets. It's double het, so maybe somebody will want it, but we'll probably try to give her away. Really, the reason why we will still breed her is because of the experience. I want to have as many opportunities as possible to make as many mistakes as possible as early as possible. So if I'm messing something up, we're going to find out pretty quickly, because we're going to have 2 clutches that are going in at the same time, which actually may not be, and maybe I'll just kill everything. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, I hope I don't, but it's a possibility. Next. And what's handy is I only have to change 1 parent. It's beautiful. Then we have a yellow belly, pied, bald, and this is what we come up with. Now we have a lot more genetic variation because we have 2 recessive genes and 1 incomplete dominant. So we've got 4 different options. It's a 25% chance right down the middle of all of them. Every baby that comes is going to be het pied and het clown. A 25% chance of it hitting yellow belly, pied, het clown, which is the goal. So that's called a pumpkin pied clown. That was that first one there. And let's see if we can find one without any additional trait forms. Okay, this is what we're aiming for. This is what we're aiming for. That's the money maker, right? That's what we want. And what we'll do, because snake genetic code is really strong, this thing is leaning pretty hard. We can pair her back with dad, which sounds really terrible, but you can do it with snakes, and they won't have birth defects or anything like that. And honestly, they don't care at all. They have no familial ties whatsoever. There's no relationship there. So that's the goal. That's the goal. If we could hit So look, if we can hit 4 of those, we'll sell 2, keep 2 females. I'm gonna sell the males for sure. I'd love to keep 2 females. That way Dad then has 3 pairings, which is pretty much max. And then we'll sell what we don't keep, and we'll create, we'll buy new males is what I'll probably end up doing. I'll probably buy some more females too. Okay, so that's the immediate plan. We do still have banana pudding. Banana pudding is an albino lavender albino. I don't really have any males to pair her with. It will be 2.5 more years before she's ready to breed anyway. So we have time to figure out what we want to do with her. My other male, Bitey, I actually have no idea. I don't remember his name at all. He is a GHI pastel. I don't even remember. He's GHI and pastel for sure. And I love the GHI. I can't wait to find a lady that is going to really benefit from adding the GHI. I think GHI is one of my favorite morphs. It's that pattern. It's that tiger stripe that he's got down his back. It's that like wonky looking stuff. He's hungry. See what I mean? She's just knocking stuff over. What are we doing? This thing was buried over here. Now she's soaking wet. She has no idea why. I bet it's cold in there too, because it's soaking wet. That's not too bad. It's not terrible. It's where I'd like the cold side to be, but all right, well, we'll have to do something with you. Now she is what I assume is a pastave, a pastel Mojave. I love Mojave. It's also part of the yellow belly complex, or the blue-eyed leucistic complex, so we could make some pure white snakes with blue eyes. Those are pretty cool. We could make, I love Mojave Pied, I think is a gorgeous combination as well. I don't know, there's a lot of things to do. Again, she's gonna take another 2.5, 3 years before she's really ready to breed. So we have time to play with those two. Really the goal is for this next year, we wanna make sure that we have the ability to create babies. And that's really where the end of this goes. So we gotta play the odds. We gotta figure it out and take a look. I did get the basis of my incubator. I have all the other stuff too. I don't remember where I put it, but I do have all the other stuff. So we're gonna put this together probably, I don't know, next weekend if I have time. We'll find out together. This is like the 3rd time I've tried to film this. Yeah, we've had a go of it. There's nothing else I really want to talk about. So enjoy, have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.